Alright, so here we are in front of House Gerard. By the way, I decided to just go ahead and give Mako the same armor that I'm wearing. I just wasn't really liking the look of her other appearance, and I thought, meh, let's give her some armor. Just, she's like a fellow bounty hunter with me, so yeah, just other than the helmet. We won't have her show the helmet, but I think it looks better on her than the other jacket did, honestly.
I'd just cuffed the whelp for scuffing my boot with the stirrup when... Oh, abominable.
My, what have we here?
Nice place you got here. So what's on tap?
Rafid, have the help fetch something palatable to our new guest. Some trough water, perhaps?
That's kind, Father. But are we certain they can spare a bucket?
Ah, true. As you can see, your arrival is imposing upon our hospitality. You must leave, now, and use the servants' exit. People would talk if they saw someone of your ilk here.
People are gonna talk after I blast you out of your boots.
Are you going to take that, Hader?
She's armed and armored. I'm hardly going to wrestle her to the ground.
Don't talk like that, Father. It's beneath your station.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, return to the festivities. I will have a few words with our esteemed guest here.
You better pick those words more carefully than your friends here.
I will deal with you respectfully if you extend me the same courtesy.
You aren't seriously considering dealing with this thug?
Uncle, please. I have the situation well in hand. Return to the festivities. This is not a request. I believe I know why you're here, but this is a discussion best held in private. Please wait in my office. I'll be right with you.
Fine.
Well, this is a first.
Are the Gerards offering blood?
Have I mentioned before how much I hate Alderaan? Took my helmet off.
Huh?
I'm a bounty hunter. I'm after the Durasteel Duke. Can you help or not?
Right to the point, yes? I'm afraid the Duke and his sister left House Gerard some time ago under unpleasant circumstances. House Gerard now has a vested interest in finding the Duke and having him meet an unpleasant end. A minor noble claims to have a lead on the Duke. However, he insists on meeting in person, which I'm not willing to do. Instead, I will employ you.
You're expecting a double cross?
It's possible. Either way, I'm certainly not going out into that war zone, and none of my relatives can be trusted. I can't expect you to navigate the intricacies of our society, but I can give you the authority to negotiate on my behalf. From this point on, you will act as House Gerard's advocate, a role of honor. Come, I will walk you through the appointment ceremony.
If it gets me out of here, fine.
This is not to be taken lightly, Bounty Hunter. I am bestowing immense legal authority, even if it is temporary. Please kneel. I, Baron Zakar Gerard, do hereby bequeath my voice and my seal to this proxy. Now repeat after me. I humbly accept this honor and swear to carry my authority in a manner befitting the Lord I serve.
I humbly accept this honor and swear to carry my authority in a manner befitting the Lord I serve.
You may rise. Well done. There may be hope for you yet. It is customary for information to be double encrypted in these transactions, so Lord Malthus must enter his half of the key before you take the data. I'll let Malthus know you'll arrive at his encampment soon. Be on your best behavior.
Oh my gosh. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I am glad Tarkin blows this planet up. I cannot stand the... the just obnoxious arrogance and just of these nobles on Alderaan. The snootiness, the I'm going to turn my nose up at you, you are beneath me. You peasant, purr. Like, you heard him just kind of, like, throw that little slight against us at the end there, right? Like, oh, there may be hope for you yet. Not to mention the others were just calling me, oh, just this thug.
Stop right where you are. You have...
Hold on. Just want to make sure Mako was part of the cutscene.
Stop right where you are. You have no rank here. Etiquette dictates that no one below my rank is permitted within 10 paces of my person without my express consent.
Is he serious?
Yes, he is.
You are the advocate of House Gerard? Outrageous. I would not trust the likes of you to scrub my sewage, let alone deliver vital correspondence.
What did I just say about the people on this planet? This guy basically is like a representation of everything I just said. You heard what he just said to me, right? I would not trust the likes of you to scrub my sewage, let alone deliver vital correspondence. Purr.
Here's your opportunity to just shut up and hand over the message.
You don't make demands of me, mongrel.
I will shoot you in the face if you call me that again.
Until I give it to someone of rank, not a trained Thranter. Look, I have here tokens of respect for my peers, a mission for a page. Deliver them and earn a 10-year-old's honor. Then I can speak to you.
I have another idea.
How about I deliver your teeth?
Ow, I bet that hurt.
Oh, you struck me! How dare you! You leather-faced harpy! I'll see you suffer for that! What are you both waiting for? Pound this cur to the ground! Oh, you struck me! How dare you!
On the way.
Oh my gosh! So now do you want to talk?
Baron Zaka will hear of this offense. Enjoy explaining why my information will now go to someone else. I demand that you prostrate yourself and beg for mercy, or so help me, I'll have you brought before a tribunal for these grievous affronts.
You're a slow learner.
Yes! Oh, that's satisfying!
Stop that! You'll regret... All right, quarter, I relent. I shall enter my half of the security key. You take this message to Baron Zakar with my fond regards.
I have never seen a sense of entitlement outweigh a sense of self-preservation like that.
May we never meet again.
I really wish I could have gotten an option there to respond and even shoot him in the face after that. Like, oh, thanks for the information. Blast! Just right in the face.
Bad for those guys.
Oh my gosh!
Jerk.
I hate the people here! Like, even when he saw me take out all his bodyguards, he was still obnoxious to me.
Fit in there. I'm gonna hate these people, aren't I?
And this is one of the reasons why I encourage you, if you're going to play Bounty Hunter, and when you get to Alderaan, go ahead and play Darkside, because you saw I get to beat him in the face for that. You don't get to just take that on the chin.
I thought
you get to teach this guy a lesson.
Those sorts of things.
It is clear that you have plans in motion, nephew. Ah, your newest lackey. Tell me, did my nephew mention that he already hired a bounty hunter and got him promptly killed?
Just saves me the trouble of taking him off the payroll.
That could have been our competition. Might have caught a lucky break.
If you would please excuse yourself, Uncle. I have business with...
Actually, hold on.
It is clear that you have...
What's he talking about, Zakar?
You're already aware of Duke Corwin's reputation for survival.
That could have been our competition. Might have caught a lucky break.
If you would please excuse yourself...
Now, what does the top
It
option
is
say?
clear that you have
Past business dealings aren't my interest. Getting paid for this one is.
That could have been our competition. Might have caught a lucky break.
If you would please excuse yourself, Uncle. I have business with my advocate.
I see how your brat Rafid learned to disgrace us. Advocate. Ah.
I just got a very impolite communication from Lord Malphus, saying that you assaulted him. Is that true?
I should have fed him my blaster.
Don't get carried away. We were fortunate that your roughhousing didn't cost us the prize. According to Malphus's information, Duke Corwin is in negotiations with our enemy, House Organa. They're placing messages in phony relics at House Alder's Royal Museum for later retrieval. Duke Corwin's placed an imposter relic in the museum recently. You'll have to forcibly enter House Alder and find it.
I was thinking my rap sheet's a little light on breaking and entering.
This is not playtime. You're to identify the fraudulent relic and bring me the message. And use extreme caution. The museum holds priceless cultural treasures. Nobody wants to be responsible for destroying that heritage.
Well, looks like we're getting to sightsee after all.
By the way, in case you're wondering why I'm not using Galt Renault, it's because I figured that it's more fitting to keep Mako since we're still on the Great Hunt. He doesn't really have any relevance to the Great Hunt that's going on right now, whereas Mako and I have been in on this since the very beginning together.
The Alderanians are big on
since the
clean
prologue. So to me, it just makes more sense that I keep Mako with me since we're still in Act 1 dealing with the Great Hunt. Maybe later on, but at the same time, he's also like, you know what, I think I'd rather just go ahead and stay here on the ship and chill. You two can go off and have fun on that planet of aristocrats and all that. I'll just stay here and kind of get myself situated on the ship. He's probably checking all the little nooks and crannies going, oh, look at this. I think I could probably sell this and pawn it off for a good amount of credits. Because it's Galt Renault. I say that because let's just say he doesn't really change even in the expansion content. And yes, we do get to see him again in later expansion content. And he's basically the same. But then again, plenty of other characters are the same as well. Even 6 years later. Although some characters do seem to go through some growth by the time we get to see them again, so. But when I saw Galt Renault, it was like, oh, hey, it's Galt Renault and you haven't changed, clearly. Gonna go ahead and get my my tank mount here, which hopefully can't get dismounted very easily. It's always funny to get an exploration ding, isn't it? There's my phase. Looks like I'm gonna have to fight these guys though.
I'm not scared of you.
Alright.
I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to seeing this Royal Museum.
I'm not scared of you.
What is all that noise?
Oh, wow, look at all this stuff. It's gorgeous.
Oh no. Out, please. Take your battles elsewhere.
Hold on. I'm curious. What does Galt Renault say if we enter here? Does he like, oh, look at all these nice things that I could sell?
What is all that noise?
Jackpot. How good are you at shooting with your hands full?
Oh no. Out, please. Take your battles elsewhere. This museum has no strategic value.
I'm only gonna ask this once. Where's the fake?
You must be mistaken. Each piece here is an irreplaceable artifact from Alderaan's long and distinguished heritage. Some are thousands of years old. You must go before anything is damaged.
I'll show you damaged.
Please, I'm begging you, you mustn't touch. They are each priceless. I can prove it to you. I have an integrity scanner we use for restoration work. It will only take a few minutes to scan for Oh no! The security cameras, they've spotted you. You can't fight in here.
Looks like you're out of time.
You'll feel that later.
And now we're going to just smash them all. Sure. This plant's gonna blow up anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, let's see. Ah. There you are.
I guess that confirms that you aren't in this business for the money. Don't look at me, this is your show. After you, I insist. I ever tell you you meet the most wonderful...
Accept your hand? I'd sooner thrust my fist into a thresher.
I don't understand. I thought this had already been arranged. Approved.
Advocate, be so kind as to remove this thing from my presence.
Kindness doesn't pay. Try again.
You would have this thug manhandle me?
Fine. I'll pay you. Just get this insufferable swine out of here.
Come on, fat bag. She ain't interested.
This must be some kind of mistake!
That was at least worth a week's pocket money. I hope you know what to do with that much.
This is going straight to the Ammo and Explosives Fund.
Good day, Advocate.
I like how Galt approved of all of that. I like Galt, by the way.
Are you absolutely insane? House Alder just announced that mercenaries have pillaged the Royal Museum. They are calling for whoever is responsible for the attack to be brought up on war crimes. War crimes! I demand an explanation.
Keep talking, and I'll be penning your will in blood.
I believe I can forgive this error.
At once. Let's see if this was worth the backlash.
Hold on. Let me check the other
Absolutely
options, since Galt didn't like that.
The Duke shouldn't have put the relics in danger in the first place.
I doubt anyone will see matters that pragmatically. Let's see if this was worth the backlash.
It's like, look, they were out in the open, just
This is
very
Organa's house
open to
top.
danger.
I'll need a moment to pass the details. These houses. Thule vassals, Ulgo vassals, House Organa. Duke Corwin isn't just allying with the Organas. He's organizing an entire coalition against the House Thule.
He won't be organizing squat when I'm done with him.
Oh, you'll never have the chance to make good on that threat. My cousin is safe within the sanctuary of House Rist. If he's under their protection, it's little wonder why the Juristeel Duke always survives. The Rists are a family of assassins who ascended into nobility through centuries of murder and sabotage. Duke Corwin is beyond our reach.
Kind of interesting. It kind of makes the Riss almost kind of like the Morag Tong in Elder Scrolls, except this is a noble house of assassins, as opposed to just a house of assassins like the Morag Tong were.
Anybody who can't kill someone face to face ain't a concern of mine.
The last bounty hunter I hired probably thought the same thing. You'll need to find Duke Corwin's haven inside House Rist, and stop whatever negotiations my cousin has underway permanently. I'm likely sending you to your death, but if you can manage to succeed, I will have a suitable payment waiting.
Yeah, we'll see if you feel the same way about sending me to my death later. Alright, now let's get Mako back.
Try not to bother me.
Thought you forgot about me.
How could I ever forget about you, Mako? We don't always agree, but still. Well, I'll tell ya. The first time I played a bounty hunter in this game, I stuck with playing as a light side bounty hunter, and there were times I was just like, because I wanted to do some dark side options, but I was just kind of sticking with a good light side version. He was male, by the way, and he romanced Mako, and the Mako romance is, I like it. It actually has a nice little sweet reunion in the expansion content. But there are some really fun moments here when you go dark side. That option to beat up that noble earlier who mouthed off at me, that was one of the most satisfying choices that I've had in this game. That was so nice. And in case you're curious, we are going to be romancing Torian. If you're like, who's Torian? You'll see later. By the way, I actually also forgot that I think Steve Bloom voices the male bounty hunter. It's a little hard to tell, but then again, he's Steve Bloom, so... It's like, you can't really go wrong either way. You either get Steve Bloom or you get Gray... I just sometimes by default want to say Gray Delisle, even though apparently her name is now Gray Griffin. You guys know who I'm talking about either way. It's the same woman. All I have to do is say that this is the woman who voiced Azula in Avatar: The Last Airbender and voiced Li Ming in Diablo 3, and you'll probably know exactly who I'm talking about. Let me see if I can de-aggro some of these guys. No. Alright, you want to die? Alright, fine.
Take that!
not get over here, me? We're probably going to be running through here for a while, because this place can be, well, it can take us a while to get to our target, is what I'm saying. It's been that way with other class stories, and it's probably going to be the same way here. And of course, it's not like the bounty hunter has any stealth abilities. It would be kind of nice if they could. But hey, that's what the agent and Sith Inquisitor are for, right? Like I said, look at this. House Risk is like way down here. Because we went down in the elevator. So House Risk is like hidden underground, basically. I mean, considering that they are a noble house of assassins, it basically makes sense, doesn't it? It's like, well, yeah, of course. They would have themselves hidden away like this. Still have a ways to go.
Just had to put my mind to it.
We're gonna get there soon, don't worry. Oh my gosh, stop that! Alright, we're finally here.
Why do we always have to get sent to places like the House of Assassins?
Because it's the Great Hunt. Oh. Hold on.
Huh?
Conspicuous security chest. Yeah, no. Darn it, Mako!
Take that!
Guess I should have dismissed her first.
Are you nauseous? My head is just Oh boy, get me to a med center.
It's okay, Mako. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Lots of traps.
I don't like the looks of this.
I'm afraid you're too late. Duke Corwin took his leave of House Rist on a shuttle just moments ago. Rather hastily, I might add. So hastily he neglected to pay me. A rather gauche breach of etiquette. And unwise.
Nolan North?
Folks don't see so clearly when I'm hot on their trail.
I'll admit your dogged pursuit has been rather impressive. Still, it's odd to see Duke Corwin panic. Regardless, congratulations are in order for surviving this long. It's more than can be said for the last bounty hunter to stalk our dear Duke.
More than could be said for your cloak and dagger flunkies, too.
Don't let your success here go to your head. Our best assassins don't man our garrisons. I'm going to make you an offer, and I'm only going to make it once. House Rist has been contracted to eliminate Baron Zakhar Gerard and all of House Gerard's leadership. We'd like to commission you to carry out these assassinations on our behalf.
Why don't you handle this?
You already have the Baron's confidence. You could easily get close enough to eliminate everyone at once. You're the obvious choice for the job.
I don't trust this guy, boss. Zakhar's been good to us so far. Let's play straight with him.
It's a simple decision, really. Death or profit.
Well, he was rather rude with me a couple times, so...
You got yourself a deal.
Excellent. I'll look forward to concluding our business together. We'll be in touch. One way or another.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Advocate, are you there? Damn this blasted thing. Can you hear me? I have news. I don't dare discuss the details on an insecure channel. Please return to House Gerard as soon as possible.
Sure thing, Baron Gerard.
What do you think the Baron wanted to tell you? Seemed pretty urgent.
Hold on. Before we do that, we apparently have to go check the trainer.
Old-timer like me got a lot of tricks for sale. Come back, you might learn something. Come back, you might learn something. Come back, you might learn something.
Usually when it shows that little green plus on the minimap, that means that there's something to learn. So I'm a little confused. But whatever. Well, this might be interesting.
I apologize for recalling you here, but I couldn't risk my cousin catching wind of this discussion. If his retreat from House Rist is any indication, the Durasteel Duke is already running scared, and I'd like him to stay right where he is. It may not be our goal, but crippling House Rist is worth noting. Consider this payment for supporting the Thule war effort.
Nothing beats a stack of credits.
What is the meaning of this?
I just caught this little rake of yours in a dalliance with my wife.
More like you caught your wife in a dalliance with me, cuckold.
Oh my gosh!
Questioning why we continue to keep you riffraff here, you'll grant me that winter haven of yours.
My grandfather's estate? Are you mad? That's half my family's lands. Advocate, kill this petty extortionist, and I'll double what I just gave you.
Okay, hold on. Before I make a decision here, I gotta react to a couple things that just happened there. One, I can't believe he just called him that. Like, I didn't realize that they actually got that word into this game. Like, oh, whoa, wow. Second of all, I believe that is, oh gosh, the gentleman's name who voices Logain in Dragon Age Origins. I forget his name, but he's a great actor. I love that gentleman. Of course, I loved him as Logain, so. But oh my gosh! Just straight up, just wow! I'm just still reeling from the fact they called him that. Double deal.
They're your credits.
I
didn't even look at him, I just. Blam!
Rapid, you're confined to your chambers indefinitely. Hope I do not keep...
Hold on a second, hold on. Let's do that again, but this time I actually want to see how, Galt reacts to that. I'll bet he's like, alright, sure.
I apologize for recalling you here, but I couldn't risk my if his it may not...
Nothing beat...
What is the meaning?
I just...
More like...
Unless you...
My grand...
They're your credits.
Yep.
That was liberating.
Galt likes
Rapid, you're confined to your chambers indefinitely. Hope I do not keep you there for the rest of your natural life. Now get out!
My life or yours, father?
As I was saying, with House Rist unable to protect him, I have no doubt that Duke Corwin is seeking asylum with the Organas.
My goodness, Raffet. I mean, even going after the gentleman's wife. My goodness.
I've already crushed the best this planet has to offer.
The Organas have off-world support as well, but let's not speculate. You've more than demonstrated your talent for frontal assault. There's nowhere left for my cousin to run. Go kick down House Organa's doors and give them hell. Expect a bonus for any additional Organa casualties.
Very well.
Smooth.
I suppose we will return to deal with him later. Sucks for that guy.
Great, I needed a drink.
Getting lonely?
Catches Raffid with his wife, and then he gets killed. And he got called a cuckold on top of it. I don't know why, but there was just something reeling to me about hearing that word said in this game. Like, I guess I just never really expected that. Of all the things I could have heard said in this game, that was like one thing I was not expecting. But I guess I should, since this is a BioWare game, and we all know how they are when it comes to romance in their games. Oh my gosh! You dazed me, therefore you die.
I'm not scared of you.
Death to the Organas and to the living! Wait. It's like, I don't even care that, like, about the stuff with, Bail Organa, probably the only decent Organa that we actually like, from the, because since he was in the movies and such. Still doesn't change the fact that we all are happy that Tarkin blows this planet up. If you think it gets any better on the Republic, oh no, my friends. Just wait. Just wait till we get to our Republic characters and I show you what it's like here, even for other Republic characters. Although it's probably nice for the smuggler, because, well... if I didn't say it before, the smuggler has well, maybe not by far, the agent actually comes pretty close. But compared to all the other classes, the smuggler has probably the most flirt options in the entire game. And if I recall, part of the story that the smuggler has here has to do with a brother and sister of a house that helps, and one of them takes, well, I guess based on your gender, takes a very quick liking to you. And of course, as the smuggler, you can go ahead and be like, oh yeah. Ugh. I'm gonna have to take care of these Jedi. Foolish Jedi. Fine. It's like, look, at this point I'm just kind of like, look, I have places to be. Not in the mood to deal with all these Jedi. Alright.
She's here! Stop her!
There you are! I've been looking for you, Duke.
I'm not just the pretty sidekick, Buster.
Where you going, Duke? Get back here. Fine, if I have to go through your lackeys, I will. Hello, Duke.
Valor, help! Someone is trying to kill me. Valor! Wait! Don't shoot. I'm not who you think I am. Look! See?
I thought the voice seemed a little off. You're a woman!
The Duke's a duchess?
Not exactly. Whoa, that's a lot of guys.
Don't be alarmed. This is a misunderstanding. I am sure we can reach an agreement without further bloodshed.
This isn't about money. The Duke's gotta die.
If you want to see the Duke, you need only look there. The real Duke Corwin died almost a month ago while visiting to negotiate a treaty. Even using Kolto's suspension, our attempts to revive him have ultimately failed. All we've managed to do is delay his bodily death.
Doesn't explain why you've got his sister running around as a decoy.
Duke Corwin promised he'd rally nobles loyal to him to Organa's side, but his death dashed any hopes of those alliances. Lady Corwin agreed to help us and her. Strong family resemblance allowed her to make a convincing double for her brother.
She does kind of have a case of the howling uglies.
We sent her to House Rist to maintain the illusion that the Dursteel Duke was alive and well until she finished negotiating those alliances.
Weren't the 1,000 attempts on his life a clue this was a bad idea?
Duke Corwin's arrangement with House Rist had never failed him before. Since you're more than capable of taking Duke Corwin from us, we won't resist under 2 conditions. Leave peacefully and speak nothing of this deception to anyone.
Looks like we're finally catching a lucky break.
Will you agree to those terms?
No.
I'd rather rack up my bonus kills.
Come on, boss. Are we really so hard up for cash you've got to kill everybody you see?
Money doesn't grow on trees, Mako. It grows on nobles.
No! Please, no! Ah!
Open fire!
And thus we finished off what 1,000 previous assassins could not. Alright. I, got my target. But we still have some unfinished business here on Alderaan.
Better not tell the Huntmaster he was already dead. They might make us do another one.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on telling them that little detail. Don't need to tell them what they don't need to know. Right? Now what happened here? It's the Baron.
This is a new low, Rafid.
You're accusing me. If anyone is...
Gentlemen, compose yourselves. Our esteemed guest has returned.
We are busy, Bounty Hunter, and as you can see, Baron Zakar is otherwise indisposed. My nephew's last act was preparing a sum of credits. I can only assume they're yours.
How'd the Baron bite it?
My nephew was done in by a poisoned glass of wine. Obviously, his overambitious progeny's doing.
I'm ambitious now? Why, Uncle? Stooping to compliments to slander me.
The Baron has no further need of your services. I have to assume the burden of managing my nephew's estate.
As the Baron's only son, I have first claim to succession, Hader.
Your claim was forfeit the moment you killed your father. As regent, the title passes to me.
Actually, Father, the Baron passed his authority to our advocate. Legally, the bounty hunter could name the new head of House Gerard.
Could I now? But then again, I did receive a job from the House of Rist. And, well, let's just say each of you have not exactly been all that welcoming or accommodating to me, so,
I took a contract to destroy this house. All you did was start without me.
If I had to choose one of them, I certainly would not have chosen the uncle. I probably would have chosen her, because at least she was like, you know, had me throw that guy out for trying to basically propose to her.
We done here?
Oh yes, we are definitely done here, Mako, don't worry. I've had my fill of it too. I have my fill of Alderaan every time we come here. Like, the thing is, the son and the daughter were not really rude to me. Like, the Baron and his uncle were very, you know, much so to me the whole time. Like, the son, basically all he did was sleep with that other guy's wife. And the daughter basically asked me to throw some guy out who was, pestering her about some arranged marriage she didn't want. So, I would have been okay choosing either one of them, which I think you do if you're obviously going the light side. But I'm sure that option popped up only because I accepted the offer from House Rist. Otherwise, if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have gotten that option. But, oh well, more credits. Which is fine, because, hey, look, I need the money. Oh, hold on. Alright, now let's see what happens here in the hangar, and then after this we will get to, Rist Messenger, probably to congratulate me.
Rist flunky dead ahead. Better watch your back.
The Gerards are dead. You have my pay?
Of course. House Rist sends their thanks for your assistance in this matter. It is unfortunate that our individual arrangements had us at odds earlier, but that's simply the nature of our business. My master wishes to ensure that there's no ill will left between us.
Since you asked so nicely, I'll consider it.
Please do. Hostilities between us would be an unnecessary expense for everyone involved. House Rist will no longer interfere with your affairs. News Taro Blood will not take graciously, I'm sure. He fronted a considerable sum to ensure his rivals were dealt with. I imagine he'll threaten some reprisal, but I think we both know what Taro Blood's word is worth.
Doesn't surprise me that Taro Blood reached out to House Rist to aid him in some of these things, such as sending out assassins on their behalf to take out his rivals for his targets. Definitely the kind of thing that Taro Blood would do. Now let's get off this rock. And then we will get ready for the finale of Act 1, which I think is the conclusion to the Great Hunt.
Bioscan, incoming.
The Durasteel Duke. Confirmed. Guess he wasn't blaster-proof after all. You're clear to move on.
Any word on our rival?
It's been confirmed that Irido-san was disqualified in his sleep weeks ago. Guess he got sloppy. Welcome to the final round, Hunter. Contact your handler when you're ready to proceed. Good hunting.
Can't wait to see what's next.
I know. I can't tell if I'm excited or terrified. Looks like someone's been trying to get through. What do you bet it's Krista waiting to talk our ears off?
I know who you are, Hunter. You have made an enemy of Taro Blood. Even now, Taro's comrades head to Nar Shaddaa to discuss ways to eliminate you from the Great Hunt. I am sending you the coordinates of that meeting. I do not know how long they'll be there, so I'd suggest haste.
What's your interest here?
These Mandalorians chose not to participate in this Great Hunt so that Taro would have a clear shot at victory. This was a dishonorable act, unworthy of our traditions. It should not go unpunished. Taro robbed you of your allies in this competition. It seems only fitting that you return the favor.
I like the way you think.
There is no finer thing than the blood of an enemy righteously slain. Go to Nar Shaddaa. Confront those who have dishonored you and my people. Show them what it means to be a true warrior.
That was Hedar Soon. I can't believe it.
A hero of yours?
Soon was the youngest bounty hunter ever to win the Great Hunt. But that was over 65 years ago. Oh, he had an amazing career. Most of the crazy hunter stories out there are attributed to him. He's what bounty hunting is all about. If Soon wants to help us, we should seriously consider heading to those coordinates.
Absolutely. It's not every day you get help from one of the most highly acclaimed and praised bounty hunters of all time.
That guy, Carteri from Nar Shaddaa, remember him? Doesn't exist.
The guy was too much of a wuss to be important. Probably can't lead you to anything useful.
But the guy is invisible or something. I can't find out anything about him. Nothing.
If there's any intel on this guy at all, you'll find it.
I hope you're right. You know what's weird? The more I look at that holo of coral, the more it makes me think. If I've got a sister, what else have I got? Aunts, uncles, cousins? Maybe I've been missing family dinners for my whole life.
You find your long-lost family, next thing you know, they're hitting you up for a loan.
Or asking me to do the dishes. Guess I'm better off. Still, I've got to wonder, how are they connected to SIS? Something I need to figure out.
Alright, now let's see if Galt wants to chat.
Oh, it's good to relax. This is as close as I'm getting to it these days.
Something wrong?
Wrong? Oh, yeah, that's putting it lightly. I'm going nuts here. I've spent so long keeping one step ahead of somebody, I can't believe I've lost them for good. At least when I'm out with you, I usually know where the blaster fire's coming from. Keeps my mind off trouble. Mostly.
Didn't realize you were having this much trouble adjusting.
Spend 30 years doing what you're doing and you'll know what I'm talking about.
I knew you were a career scoundrel, but 30 years on the run? Pretty impressive.
Things weren't so bad until people finally realized the same guy was responsible for most of their woes. And I've made some enemies over the years, believe me. 2.5 Hutt families, the entire Carillion Exchange. And there was that whole blockade incident that ran the Mandalorians home with their tails between their legs. Come on, I think I've had my fill of all this cheering up. You know, you're pretty quick to sniff out an opportunity for profit.
I like to think I know my business.
Ooh, there's no doubt about that. I wonder how much more lucrative our little partnership could be if you applied that intuition to something other than bounty hunting.
I'm not opposed to a little moonlighting.
Can't afford to keep all your chips at the same table, am I right? Let me see if I can come up with something that'll play to your strengths, and I'll trust you to recognize a good opportunity when you see one. I've been thinking it over, and I see a lot of room for improvement maximizing your profits. Take catching me, for example. Sure, you got a nice bounty from the Great Hunt, but why stop there? You just need to use a little imagination.
This have something to do with your duplicate?
Nothing slips past you, now does it? A few words in the right ears, and you could make a lot of money on poor Tiresias's remains, if you don't mind double-crossing crime lords. Offer the body, see who bites, rob them blind. Couldn't be simpler.
Are all of your schemes this blunt?
It's not the most elaborate con, but you're new at this. Besides, the scams are a lot less risky when you know you can vaporize anyone in the room. So, that suggestion I had involving my duplicate? Turns out there are a lot of folks out there who've still got a bone to pick with the late Tiresias Loci. A little friendly competition couldn't hurt our final take. I'm thinking an auction would do the trick.
I'm open to anything that'll boost our profits.
That's just what I wanted to hear. Give me some time off the ship, and I can handle the whole thing by proxy. The only finger you'll have to lift will be the one accepting your credit transfer.
Take as long as you need.
I'll be back before you know it. What, no parade? Oh, not even a cake? How about at least mustering a good to see you for the guy holding your share of the credits?
Sorry to disappoint. Take a drink instead?
Well, just this once. Your cut. Pretty good take, considering the expenses. The bidders really couldn't wait to take Tiresias off our hands.
What expenses?
Middlemen, venues, security, incentives, everything necessary to ensure a smooth transaction with half the underworld in one place. 3 pirate crews, 10 free traders, 2 exchange bosses, half a dozen huts, one I don't even remember crossing. Kept licking his lips. I think his name was Druga. It was quite the rogues gallery. A lot of familiar faces. Brought back memories, let me tell you. Oh, I picked up a little souvenir from the Royal Museum. I thought we could make sure these get put to better use.
Glad to see you're actually making yourself useful.
A little respect might be nice.
Well, I didn't mean it that way.
Oh,
You're giving me something worth money?
Gesture of good faith and all that. I figured if I'm stuck here, I might as well lighten the mood. Unless we find a collector, we'll need to fence these. Quick turnaround will forfeit a big cut, but it'll be a nice bonus.
I'd rather get the most bang for my buck. Throw 'em in cargo.
Yeah, works for me. Try not to make too many sharp turns.
Alright. So when we return, we will be heading to Nar Shaddaa, and I believe the finale of Act 1. Stay tuned.